Stood here not too long ago trying to get Jack Conway to sue on behalf of the states to stop Obamacare. And a lot of you were here then, and I thank you for coming back out today. My wife Sue, my son Cole, and my daughter Macy. One thing I learned in that congressional primary was how difficult it is on the families of all our candidates. And that's something we need to remember when other people step out. We need to support them. They're making a great sacrifice for us in other offices. We've got several candidates that ran great races for us, and we need to continue to support those folks. We got into that congressional race because we thought we could affect spending, and I fully believe that we don't have the old revenue problem, we've got a spending problem. The government's got more than enough money to do the things that constitutionally it should be doing for us. The problem is they've gotten into so many other things that they shouldn't be in. They're not doing the things they should be doing well. So we stepped into this auditor's race basically to look at how state governments run, take it apart, look and see what's working. I'm a big proponent of the government not competing with the private sector, and we're going to see what we can do about putting that stuff back in the private sector where it should be. And one thing that's our main issue is a debt-free Kentucky without raising our taxes. And everybody goes, now you do know that the auditor's raise or the auditor's office has nothing to do with tax increases. And I said, yeah, we know that, but if we can find enough cost savings and efficiency in government to take away any reason for the governor or the legislature to look at raising our taxes, then we can put them between a rock and a hard place, and the taxpayers will benefit from that. You want to offer the best services we can at the best price. We want to meet the obligations of the folks that came before us, that paid into a system that we've all benefited from, but we don't need to be paying for funding things that are waste and fraud and inefficiency. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Our state budget gets 10% of its money from the federal government, and we send $1 to Washington and we get $1.51 back. So Kentucky's basically a welfare state. One day Illinois is going to wake up and figure out that they send $1 up there and they get 87 cents back. When they do that, then they come down here and knock on Kentucky's door and want some of their money back. But the other 90% of our budget comes from hardworking, tax-paying Kentuckians. And unfortunately, that 10% that comes from the federal government comes with strings attached to it. And those strings control how we spend the other 90% of our budget. And if we can plug those holes and get off the federal money, then we'll have a better say in how Kentucky's run. There's going to come a day when the federal government's not going to be able to provide that 10%, and then everybody wants to know what you're going to do then. So we're going to start preparing for that now. We have $10 billion worth of debt that we need to retire here in the state. We've got $20 billion worth of unfunded state pensions that those two combined will bankrupt the state. So we're going to start looking and finding ways to save money, pay down those debts, and get Kentucky debt-free so we can stand against the federal government.
All right.
We're hopefully going to have a strong conservative AG that will sue on behalf of the state, and unlike the one we've got now, who is looking only to advance his political career. And we have that and a strong conservative governor, and we can cut this budget down and get the budget off the plate for the legislature and the governor, and maybe they can do something good for the people of Kentucky over the next 4 years. And I think we've got a real good chance of having a two-term Republican governor if we can do all this. So we're looking at getting Kentucky debt-free without raising our taxes. People keep wanting to say, you can't affect that. And I said, yes, we can. We can find ways to make government more efficient. And that's what we're going to do as state auditor. We're going to take the thing apart, find out how it works. What doesn't work, we're going to get rid of, fix, and privatize as much of it as we can, and get government out of our lives. One thing I do know is that if we have a Kentuckian's vision for Kentucky, we're in better shape than if we have a Washington, D.C. vision for Kentucky. I want to thank everybody that came out today. I know our schedules are busy, middle of the week. We're all working, trying to pay our taxes, stay out of trouble, and keep the government happy. But I do appreciate that. We're going to go down to the RPK headquarters and have a little reception. We can talk and and meet each other. Everybody hadn't met each other yet, and we're going to get this thing going and see what happens. We've got a Democratic challenger, and right now we don't have a Republican challenger, so we're going to get out there and meet as many people as we can and get that debt-free message out. And if you can tell your friends that that's what we're going to work towards, is a debt-free Kentucky. Oh, send dollars. I got my fundraiser over here sending me messages of send dollars. Well, everybody knows how important campaign contributions are, but I just want to thank you for coming out, and I hope to see you down at the RPK headquarters. And I guess the media that's here, do you have any questions for us?
You said that the current office holder in the AG's office is just seeking to further his political career. You seem to be trying to further your political career. You ran for Congress and now you're running for Auditor, so you obviously want to be a politician too.
Well, one thing I do know is that the difference between myself and our current Attorney General is that if I come to Frankfort, I'm not coming here to make friends. I'm coming here to solve some problems, and once you solve those problems, I fully anticipate that they will want to send me home, which is fine. I'll go back to building custom homes, remodeling, and land development. So I don't plan on making this a career. I fully do believe that had our Attorney General not been in the same party as the President of the United States, we might have had a lawsuit, joined the lawsuit on the health care. So that's my personal opinion. Don't have any facts to back that up, but I know how it went when we came up here and tried to get him to do something on behalf of the people. So I'm going to come up here and work for the taxpayers, and then I'm going to go home. So I'm not seeking any other office after that. I thought we could affect spending in Congress and stop that problem. We've got lots of policies like 287G in Lexington that is on the books, but it's not funded. So I know if you stop the spending, the legislation may be there, but if there's no money to fund it, then the legislation might as well not be there. We've got immigration problems in Lexington and illegal immigration problems in Lexington, and that 287G funding would help. So if we can get some of these people off entitlement programs that shouldn't be there, that are able to work for themselves, we can fund things that we need done as taxpayers and hardworking Kentuckians. So to answer your question is, if I come up here, I plan on taking this thing apart, finding out what works and what doesn't work, and I probably won't have many friends after I do that, but that's okay because I'm not looking to be reelected. I'm just looking to solve this debt problem.
So are you saying that you would only run for that one term? You would use that as a stepping stone to say the governor's race or something like that?
I don't have any plans to do that, no sir. My biggest concern is over here at 6 and 8 year old. I'm 47. In 40 years, are they going to have the opportunity that I had to, I've worked for myself my entire life. The jobs I've had, I created other jobs for other people. I've been very fortunate in that fact. And I believe we're down to about two kinds of people in this country. The kind that want an opportunity and those that want a guarantee. And I think that when the people who want a guarantee outnumber those of us that just want an opportunity, we're in trouble. We're getting very close to that point. You know, when you got 48% of the people paying no taxes and 41% taking something from the government, we the people. The government doesn't create anything that anybody wants. I mean, they don't make burritos, they don't do anything. So the only thing they can do is take from us and give to somebody else. And we've seen Joe the Plumber, the wealth redistribution policies of this administration, and I think we're going down the road to socialism. And as Margaret Thatcher said, socialism is great until you run out of somebody else's money. I think if we don't have opportunity for people to be all they can be, then people are going to sit down and say, you know, why should I go to work and put everything I own at risk to earn $1, and then the government wants to take 70% of it, which was, I think, the effective tax rate under Jimmy Carter when Reagan came in. I don't know too many people who are willing to do that. So, no, to answer your question, I don't see this as a stepping stone. I see this as solving a problem that we've got. If we can get the state debt free, we can stand against the federal government when they come with unfunded mandates or mandates that say, you know, we're going to let you fund this for 2 or 3 years and then it's yours. Well, how are we going to fund those programs after the federal government leaves? Is that a long-winded answer?
I think you did.
Anything else?
No.
Oh, you're done. Well, if nobody has anything else, we need to go down there and spend some time together. One of the things I hope is that during that congressional race, I think we affected the debate during the primary. Some of the topics we talked about kind of fell out after the primary was over, which that's the candidates' prerequisite to reshape and refocus the campaign. But some of those things that we talked about are near and dear to my heart, and I think we can affect some of those things here on the state level as well. So we're going to run hard and try to represent the people of Kentucky.